There is something about Christmas lights that makes the world feel quieter. Not louder, not busier, just softer. Every year, when the nights grow longer and the cold settles in, those small lights appear. On rooftops, on windows, along empty streets. Tiny points of warmth in the middle of darkness. And every time I see them, I'm reminded of something simple that I almost forgot. Light doesn't wait for darkness to disappear. It shows up anyway. Most people see Christmas lights and think of celebration. I see survival. Because those lights are fragile. Thin wires, small bulbs, and yet they keep glowing night after night in freezing air. They don't complain about the cold. They don't argue with the darkness. They just do what they were made to do. There were times in my life when I felt like the night would never end. Times when effort felt invisible, when progress felt slow, when giving up felt reasonable. The world didn't stop. People didn't notice. Life kept moving. And I felt small, very small. But then December would come, and I'd see those lights again. Quiet, steady, unapologetic. Christmas lights don't try to be the sun. They don't compete with the stars. They accept their size, their limits, their place. And still, they matter. One small light doesn't erase the night, but it changes how the night feels. That's when it started to make sense. Maybe I don't need to be loud. Maybe I don't need to be fast. Maybe I don't need to be perfect. Maybe I just need to stay on. We are often told that quitting is strength when things get hard. Sometimes it is, but sometimes continuing quietly is the bravest thing you can do. Christmas lights don't scream, "Look at me." They whisper, "I'm still here." There were nights when all I could do was show up tired. No inspiration, no confidence, no applause, just presence. And that was enough, because like those lights, I learned that consistency is a form of hope. The darkness always arrives first, before growth, before clarity, before reward. But the lights always arrive too. They don't rush, they don't panic. They wait patiently until someone notices. Christmas lights don't ask how long the night will last. They shine anyway. They don't measure success by how many people pass by. They exist even when no one is watching. That lesson stays with me. Some days, never giving up doesn't look heroic. It looks like waking up tired, trying again without excitement, believing quietly. It looks small, but small lights still guide people home. When everything feels heavy, I remember this. The night didn't win. The cold didn't win. The silence didn't win. Because somewhere, a light stayed on. I don't know how long my journey will take. I don't know when things will fully make sense. But I know this. As long as I keep showing up, even dim, even tired, even unsure, I am still part of the light. Christmas lights remind me that hope doesn't need permission. It doesn't need proof. It just needs time and patience and the courage to glow quietly until morning comes. That is why every time I see Christmas lights, I remember why I never give up. Because the light always returns, even after the longest night.